has grounds. And here is something interesting. We have Old Bell, which is a tavern, and we have note, deliver body here. What could that mean? Then we have another strange marking here, which is called Widow's Way, gallows. That looks interesting. Garrett, in recognition of previous favors, I may be able to assist you in this matter, if you are first willing to help me with a small prank I have in my mind. A mutual acquaintance you may have worked with before easing the exchanger was recently found guilty on account of thievery by the lady, and he is now hanging by the neck on the gallows at Widow's Way in the Lower Darksmoke area. I want you to steal his body and carry him to the cellar of the Old Bell Tavern as a present to someone who will appreciate a joke. Mind you, the patrols tonight will be out in force, and it is unlikely the bartender and the bouncers will be happy to see you with your burden. Lay Ethan down to sleep in a conspicuous location that will make the point. After you have done this, meet me at the statue of St. Tenor next to the tavern, and I will have a key ready. Forget not that Tennis Plaza and Withers are both heavily patrolled, and also that bowmen have been posted on the parapet to watch for unlawful interlopers. The lady will in all likelihood be alone in our quarters, and yet do not underestimate her, for she is quick of wit and formidable with a blade. Garrett, here's one for you. Most of the wealthy households in Darksmoke are too well guarded to just break in, but there might be an exception. The Beauregards, who once owned much of Stone Market, have fallen on hard times, and there is now only the master and his wife, both old and hard of hearing. No guards, and only a serving girl who I know will be out for tonight. There is said to be some relic Mr. Beauregard is protecting on the top floor, something from the time he wasn't as pious as he is now. You've got to watch out for the old guy, since he has a mean temper, but with your abilities it should be a snap. Disorientation is what I hoped Thief 4 would be based upon. I wanted a game that featured maps that were highly unlinear, very vertical, and that just killed the atmosphere. The only thing we got is the atmosphere. And even then it is nothing in comparison to Thief 1's. Looks like the Beauregards are very pious indeed. All they have is books with handwrite texts. Boring stuff. And the chest is filled with useless junk. Up ahead is a chapel, but there is nothing of interest. I'm just gonna show you anyway. There is no valuables. He has even rigged the place. Now that's it for the Beauregard estate. There is nothing else of interest. Next stop, watch station. This guy is stationary. You don't even need to bother him at all.
Strange noise. So wet. Mold everywhere down
If you enter too
I see you there! Come out!
fuck. If you enter too slowly here, he will see you, no matter what. Fuck off. But I bop everyone in the head in this one. No discrimination. Jarko, I have gotten word that the walls like breakers are once more encroaching on Lower Dark Smoke. Might be just rumors, but one thing is sure, the lady will not tolerate a low-witch incursion into Dark Smoke. Now or ever. I need all promotion on the line. I will have my men watch the pool house and the small diving of the gallows for the time being. You should ask around the shops and houses upsides if there has been anything out of the ordinary. There is also that guy, Gregory, guarding the warehouses by Luxon Gate. He might have seen something from his look, nothing better to do than watch the kennel anyhow. It's better if you talk to him. He seems to resent me for some reason, but he's been weird ever since he's been out of the force, so who knows. Old comrades fade away and become strangers. That's all that. How do we? Dear Lord Bafford, most endearing that you have written me. It must be a rare condition indeed that has afflicted you. There are but a few small issues I wish to clear, which I believe to deserve your most illustrious attention. First, to talk of our encounter as foreordained is perhaps a trifle too melodramatic. As my maid tells me, you are rumoured to be a constant presence in the pubs and bordellos of the lower districts, and indeed, as the way from those haunts to your home leads right under my windows, it might be that we saw each other by pure chance. Some additional remarks. The flowers that have grown in your garden under the pale moonlight, I note, are available in identical form on the market for 2 coppers, so there is indeed no need to bother. Regarding your fiery burning for me, I hear this fire has singed many before, and as for the heavenly quiet descending upon you when you saw me, you could have at least managed to stammer in lieu of fleering most fixedly at my bosom. Nay, Lord Bafford, I see your intentions, and have no wish whatsoever to oblige them. Yours, Lady Elise Eventroy. Now that is quite a rejection letter. Beloved sister, in dying to do the wounds heal and the ill feelings depart, I know you have reason to find me repellent for my past actions, but we are still of one blood, and now have I for you good news, maybe the best news. With the fall my flowers have flowered as never before, and now I know whose arrival they herald. It is her, returned to our bare and cursed lands, to take her own and fill them with mirth and plenty. Look you towards your tasks, for the time foretold is upon us. I do believe she is talking about Victoria, the wood nymph, who's with the trickster saying as this is a pagan house. Build a blaze thee, old fellow. Nay, I have not perished. No, the building looks everywhere, but he looks not among his own. even when they have problems with the fancy talk. In any event, here is something that may interest you. One of the old vipers, when not scheming against everyone else in the cloister, likes to spin wild tales when he's about your present place, or something close by. It seems a servant in a warehouse near the old Hammer Temple had dark designs in his mind, killed some and hid their corpses. Now it turns out he was found and broken, the warehouse sealed, and his shade lingers in secret passages and broods and sins that cannot be forgiven. Hope you can sleep easier now, hey Taffer. By and by, you are not faint of heart yourself to operate right under the eyes of Our Lady, who has sent so many of us to the gibbet. Bless her little heart. If you catch her alone outside the palace, don't forget to say hello on behalf of yours truly as well, you know who. And here is the single most hardest difficult piece of loot to find in the entire mission. Alright.
that you?
Going to return to where I came from. place you see here is modeled after Melan's own home. He posted a picture last year where this was full of snow, and it looked exactly like that. And here's something weird. There is a portrait here, which is a portrait of the guy himself. And if you shoot it, you get blood. The fools. They thought they could just ignore me, ignore the coming of the future. How blind they are, like sheep. They think they do not realize how my crates could change their lives. A crate in every house and every room. But as sheep they are not just blind, they are soft. I visited Provost Orno to talk reason to him, but he refused to listen. He wanted to call someone to restrain me. What a fool, to think he could just silence progress. His money was mine, and I could use it all to further my craft. It also got myself a sword and a few other tools to gain more funding. Now they acquiesced, all of them. I visited one way or another. And with that, there are two beauties in this apartment. We are safe here. Now that the new crate is finished, and there are also so many small ones, it is time for a new, an even greater endeavor. Oh yeah, a new beginning. So stupid. Vistas in the map. I think this is actually the highest point in the whole map. By decree of a Lady Azamlag, Warden of Darksmoke, let it be known that no man or woman or any child of outside residence is to set foot on the streets of Darksmoke after the 11th toll and before cocks crow, unless by the lady's personal consent. Those who are in violation of her ladyship's orders shall taste no whip. Let it be known that the tithe on wool, lead, wax, oil, and leather shall not be 2 coppers for the measure. The tithe on glass, ambergline, and white clay shall be 1 good silver. Peddling outside of the Darksmoke market shall be treated as theft of her ladyship's own due. Let it be known that the trial of an infamous plant is set for the 2nd toll of Mole's Day on the 10th of Recidivus in the year 832. The miscreant is to be judged by her ladyship and thereafter delivered to whichever fate she selects. Afterwards, the honest folk of Darksmoke may approach your ladyship and ask for justice in their miscellaneous squabbles, etc., as is customary. The beggars of Darksmoke, if in possession of a letter of arms, are permitted to attend if they ply their ancient trade with the appropriate discretion. By the decree of the mayor, let it be known that her ladyship and her guards are on the lookout for the thief Garrett, formerly known by the false names of Talbot, Messenger Hannes, Philby, and, no doubt, numerous others. Garrett is of nondescript appearance, below average innate and fond of dull grey clothing. He is wanted for the murder of a wealthy patrician in Dalnock district, participation in pagan conspiracy, the subversion of public order, and several counts of thefts. The Lady Athenlog offers 400 pieces of gold to whoever would bring her definite proof of this miscreant's demise, or 100 pieces of gold for accurate information of his whereabouts. Let it also be known that whoever aids or shelters this devious fugitive shall perish like a criminal. This is one of the trickiest places in the mission.
Exciting as I thought. Jordan, that you? I missed, but I want to try it again.
Hey, what was that noise?
Now, it's possible to land on one of the guards, I think the archer, without taking damage and without making any noise. It's tricky, but it's doable. Because otherwise you have to land on the lamppost and take some damage. What is he doing? Oh, whatever, I'm just gonna drop down. City Tribune. Mystery burglar, just a legend, solicitor says. Reports of a mysterious criminal supposedly stalking the wealthy households of the city have resurfaced after a Mr. Heinz Taddo brought charges to a trial over insurance payments. His allegations, which provoked uproarious laughter among members of the jury, drew attention to damages of a very unusual nature. In truth, the culprit not only carried off a dinnerware and several valuables from my collection, including a priceless clear silver statue worn in the Southern Wars by my dear late Uncle Rufus, but a veritable cartload of comestibles as well. It is not in my character to burden the honorable jury with such trivial nuisance, but the shameless conduct of the accused party makes it an imperative as a lawful proprietor as well as a gentleman. We are experiencing indeed a theft epidemic of epic proportions, and I do not just mean the burglary. This is so well written. Sorry. The Honorable Seamus A. Black, a noted barrister involved in the case on the side of the defendants, was quoted by the Tribune. In no case during my practice have I been witness to similar extraordinary crimes. The common thief, in fact, is a creature of cowardice and habitual shiftiness. A debased and lowly being, to assume that after risking life and limb in taking lawful property, a criminal would linger to lift victuals from is, to put it simply, fantastic beyond my wildest fancies. Great. Where did this extraordinary burglar carry such foodstuffs in his pocket? Or bearing that? How does the good Mr. Stadler propose that the culprit in fact consumed 5 heads of cabbage, 6 deer legs, a few pairs of sausages, apples, and a generous supply of carrots, even an entire expedition of bonus riffraff would not have such ravenous appetite, and as someone who has observed the lowest sort of street detritus on my window, would put little credence in a nursery tale of similar character. Oh my god. Tears of laughter. This is so well written. Rumble Stone Market is at 420 and download Dayport 121. Newmarket Mobile cancelled by Cardinals interdict. This food thing refers to the fact that there is many food items in Thief that you can grab, and an in-joke is basically that Garrett gets fatter with every job. Furthermore, and coinciding with these infractions, when I looked through the window of your shop to see if you have indeed ceased your intolerable hammering for the day, I spied a lewd and, I am sure, illegally produced image with, I note, a completely bare nipple. This outrageous conduct is in fact not only beyond the accepted standards of public decency, but also a vile assault against my sensibilities. Why, to consider that this filth would stand in the shop that is very next to mine and might, to add insult to injury, bother my valued customers. In fact, the question of indemnification, unless you are too drunk again to understand this, it means money, will have to be... For example, I'm just robbing this guy blind, eating all his food. Gruesome. And it is an outrage that the stench in your shop, and don't deny it, that dreadful stink of spoiled meat must come from filthy barracks, is driving away the client I have spent so much of my valuable time and effort to gather. You with the meat and the no-good drunkard to my right with the infernal noise, and it's a wonder I am still in business. You both should take a lesson from that alchemist. Now he doesn't make a noise or result in my nostrils with vile odors. Get this fixed, or I will go not to you but the courthouse, and I mean it. So much for a guild. The problem is that guy was dead wrong. The stench does come from the alchemist, because the guy's dead.
I made a dent in the...
Oops. We'll take care of this place. Soon after, the golden glow of my happiness did envelop my heart, and foolhardy hopes could cloud the vision I once impeccable, that I lose all that was worth having. How is it then that joy is just a fleeting glimpse, soon borne away on the wings of disaster? How is it that hopes flee before dark feathers, the bitter omen of things to come? Yet never did I think the glittering treasures would vanish into the thin air, as surely as he who was to be mine did depart with another. Fate's cruel caress it is, and yet the final deed is now to be done, closure to his existence of unfulfillment. Now do I cast this unhappy journal out of my window, and with it a worthless life. The last sip of the wines I enjoyed, so will aid me to sweeten my final downfall. It's very interesting to contrast the incredibly century with this rather six diary.
What's there?
Garrett, the mustard thief. Need one right now. Yes, we do. Now this is the hardest place to reach in the map. In honor of the Lady Asenlag and her most salubrious wines, which the most honorable Benjamin saw fit to provide for this very purpose, we hereby establish the Society of the Tower and the Bell, as of the year 832 Montresidivus, day the 3rd, on this pleasant terrace above the teeming streets of our lovely city. May whoever hold rank in this hallowed card carry himself with pride and distinction, protect the honor of our lady even in the face of adversity, and drink of the essences as it is appropriate for a gentleman of elevated station, Absolute secrecy is hereby sworn to confound the knaves and villains who would bring us harm. Of this we swear, the most honourable Delvins, Grand Master of the Chiming Bell, the most honourable Mongrave, Knight of Viands and Essences, the most honourable Benjamin, Exalted Guardian, the most honourable Tordis, he of the Mop and Pail, the most honourable Gradbolt, Furnace Feeder and Lord Transportator, banned by the most honourable Tordis on behalf of the Society.
I see you. Oh, you got trouble now. Come out, wherever you are.
Here did Sentinel drive a spike into the rock and preach the sermon of the master builder to the thief. Well, fuck off. And I was all the way there just a moment ago. Now let's, how do I want to tackle this? Yeah, let's do it that way. Usually I go to the canal. I'm going to do it in reverse this time. This building is condemned. Do not attempt to enter.
Someone there?
So, what's done you?
Oh my god. There is a hemorrhoid bowman somewhere. He's coming.
Thy hiding place cannot last. It seems quiet enough now. 'Tis well.
Boom. Okay, that's it. Hey Jill, look what I found in the canal. There was some commotion up the stream and the watchdogs fished out a dead old Taffer who got swept down to the gate and was too deep in the drink by the time they got him out. His old key fell out of his clothes when we took the corpse. We should ask around, discreet, who it was and where he was living. Maybe a few coins with this old thing. Also, you Taffer, I told you not to leave your cash box out on the table just like that. That's practically an invitation for any lock break on the prowl, and then you can run to the watch with that. The only reason I'm not doing it myself is I'm too nice for the city. This key I got is important. Because it will lead us to the sea.
won't hurt you. Watch. Hey, who are you?
Please excuse my rather shoddy gameplay, it's 4 AM. I've reached more than half the loot. There is 3,500 to collect. Darcy says they dragged the lad to Lorwich despite his protestations, and nobody dared even look at them. May say what you will, but anything the lady does to clean up dark smoke, she can clean it all. How could she know the city from that fancy place? And if she looked too long at the wall will look right back, and then she will be dragged to Lorwich all the same. You're a good catch, and I know you don't like to beg and steal to stay in this place, but believe me, you have a better lot than the poor wretches in the hollow pits, the ones who don't pay up. I saw a man steal away from the stone entrance one down, and they caught him right in the next street. He was whimpering when they dragged him back. One blackleg caught him by the neck and slammed his head against the grates just because he could. Never saw that one again. So I say not a word, and they will break you like they broke the boy. That's just how it is in this place.
Nothing.
Gregory, I will send a skiff just below your place tomorrow to move a special cargo. Until then, stay put for your sake and for my sake as well. This is way too big, completely over our heads. You know what they do to anyone who does this. The Zamlak's gallows or Cracksliff would be nothing in comparison. We just didn't think it through, and they will be all over it in a few days. Just act natural, and for heaven's sake, don't drop a hint of what we did. So they killed the Hammerite priest and stuffed his corpse into a chest. Nice fellas. It appeared you knew that accessing this place was a bit of a difficult, but now it's very easy. Basically, you needed to bring some crates here.
Stay away from my face, or you'll be sorry.
This leads back to the canal area, and believe it or not, I didn't know this even existed until 2 or 3 months ago. I had never seen it before.
On the hidden doctrines. In the previous chapters, we have discussed the approaches to maintaining and perpetuating the secrecy that shields us from material destruction. Yet this is only a barrier before external threats, not spiritual or ethical contamination. The lessons we learned so hard and whose costs ever haunt us in locations that will not be named here, so that, even among us, they should fall before silence and forgetfulness, are also lessons for times that are yet to arrive. It is the reason why the pursuit of truth will not be straightforward, lest its burden fall too hard upon one man, or give it destructive ambitions. Each shall be divided into parts and cloaked in falsehoods and manifold contradictions. This will likewise divide and confound the avid seekers, whose desire in our order is not self-perpetuation, but a mutation of our purpose towards other, even if more altruistic ends. These are, then, the hidden doctrines. To encourage balance is to encourage dissent. to form a doubt among the ranks of those whose lust for truth eclipses their lust for discipline. To this end, contradiction have been placed among the teachings, false books among the tomes of knowledge. There are no lies within every bookshelf, and a forest of misdirection rises in every library. There are those who say this is a malicious threat from within, a ploy to render the order infirm and impotent, lost in a hall of mirrors and false mirages. Yet is their sudden and merciless war against those who have been discovered complicit is in this matter proof that they themselves always represented a threat to the order, or a sign that the schemers within have indeed succeeded, and keeper kills keeper in his sleep in his dusty passage over what is truth. Have these books worked their nefarious effects? Indeed, it seems that even transparent lies model truth, even rise sudden thoughts. In this same spirit, my reader, have I always lied to thee. Note, this material has been identified as a false doctrine, and is not for dissemination. No evidence is in support of its thesis, and the events it describes are present in no records. Nevertheless, a request has been submitted to the Higher Council for further clarification. Keeper Grail. There's another one here, but I'm not going to read it. Keeper Burnett. By order of the Keeper Council, you are to leave your former tasks and observe these new instructions to the best of your ability. The previous moves in Dawnlock were well executed, and your solution to the involvement of a new acolyte, if dangerous, was appropriate. Concerning the matter of Azamlock, you also did well. Our attention is now fully in the perceived threat, giving us time to consolidate our efforts in the lower locks. Nevertheless, she is intelligent and dangerous, and her nightly activities may well bring her even closer to our designs. Indeed, it might well be that she already suspects her existence. Watch her closely, but do not move yet unless a direct threat arises. Instead, your attention must be turned to Webster. His desire to be warden of the lower locks is well known, but in this situation, Reputer could also have a say in the matter. It would be best if the affair was resolved to the benefit of neither party, and both would be severely compromised. The Council suggests that discord among the criminal elements may be the key to ultimate success. Signed, Keeper Nicholas. Now there is an invisible AI down here that walks. You cannot kill it, you cannot harm it in any way, and he's harmless. Now there is a way to descend and get down here, and if you're clever enough, sorry, you can find some mines. That explosive charge. Now this place is very well hidden to be a while to fight. It's not mandatory, but it's nice.
Little cache of fire arrows. Only 2 on expert. And with that in mind, I will ride the elevator back. It's unfortunate I made noise, but whatever. That thief is tricky to ghost. Seriously, I'm not ghosting. I've already saved it quite a while. The reason why he's tricky is because he hears picking the lock. Here's what I can have this time. I will can have more, just lets me leave and works. The lady watches from her home, she knows all folk, and she knows me for tinkering. She will ask Jeans, where take yon man's purse, and now you hang with a Nicky, and I will hang, but you will hang, will you hang besides?
deserve a pat on the back for that one.
Well done, Faith. I am sure you understand why I didn't hang around to see you in person. This is not that night. Still, a bargain is a bargain, and here is the key you've been looking for. Coincidentally, the door is right there in the alley to your right, and it leads straight to the palace grounds. I hope you have rope ready, but in the unlikely event you have none, you may want to visit a small shop close to the gallows. I have heard they might keep that sort of merchandise. No trespassing upon the lady's like orders. Deliver messages and supplies to upper entrance. Oh, that guy is a keeper. Here's your nap. Good, I just need 400 and all good. Your Ladyship, on account of your most illustrious patronage, we have attempted that which you asked of us. Queries placed with trustworthy clients in Empire Hills and Stone Market has granted us a lead, faint as it is. A young woman of great wealth and apparently aristocratic upbringing is behind the items you speak of. Elemental crystals, narcotic and stimulative substances, as well as curio beyond our usual assortment have been mentioned. Our further inquiries were frustrated, as our partners were probably afraid of disclosing a new source of merchandise. Nonetheless, we can confirm your suspicions, although if we might be so bold, we do not suggest a confrontation until further particulars become known. Respectfully at your service, Jacobus Willen Associates. Most exalted lady, as it was your will, we watched the streets all night, and not a sight of the villain Garrett had crossed our eyes. We walked here not, believe you us. In all, the picking was of no outstanding import. A beggar without a letter, an errant lamplighter crossing to Lampfire Hills, and a tramp who was caught trying to force one of the crates at the falls, but slipped and fell when we veiled him. That was a perplexing one, to have climbed up there with a rope and hook. He was dead by the time the boys retrieved his frame, and he has been brought to the yard for inspection. In any case, in his form resembles Garrett not, and no distinct mark nor possessions has he.
Confirmation of previous query, definite breach at Keywall Tertiary, disposal of counter-influences, possible breach at Wainwright, definite breach at various non-operated depositories and thorough work all over, obvious relation to case of D and supposed bacon conspiracy, but can be traced back outside to G's activities, suggested actions, keep low profile, direct action for the time being, use decisive force through secretaries against G. Thereafter, common operation in lower locks may proceed to recovery of golden books and following diversionary action against unlawful elements. Verify through IW and avoid caches for the time being. This must not fall into wrong hands. Tenster. So this leads back to the pub, believe it or not. This is the way I used to escape. Because it leads to the last pieces of loot in the mission. We say adieu to disorientation. What a mission. Sadly did not find all the loot. We took less time than bad deaths, actually. Only 59 minutes. We found almost all the loot. 2 pockets out of 5, 19 locks picked, 29 knockouts and 1 airborne, and 1 body discovered by enemies. I think that's the bigger. Well, whatever. So yeah, it was the marathon with New Year's Eve special. I've been playing for how many hours? I've been playing for 7 hours straight, and I've been playing for 3 hours more.